A snow-covered Saturday throughout Pennsylvania, but two state quarterfinals remain to be played. First, at PIAA Stadium in Bethlehem for LaSalle and Easton. And here, Jashad Gotti intercepts Drew Lockery in the early going. The Red Rovers in business as quarterback Justin Piccioli finds Kadeem Pankey for a 21-yard touchdown. And on the first play from offense, Easton is up 7-0. A little bit later on in the first quarter, on Easton's second play from scrimmage, it's Gaddy again. This time, he's going to go 85 yards on the reverse, untouched through the LaSalle defense. Trust me, he does score on this play as he disappears behind the crowd. 14-0 Easton. On to the second quarter, and Drew Lockery takes things into his own hands, scrambling for a 17-yard touchdown run, and it's now a 7-point game. After an Easton fumble in their own territory, Lockery now will take to the air, and he will find his tight end Steve Jones for a 5-yard touchdown completion, and it's tied at 14. On to the second half now, conditions deteriorating, but that's no problem for LaSalle's kicker Mike Bennett, as he will drill the 35-yard field goal through the uprights to give LaSalle a 17-14 lead. On to the fourth quarter, Easton has one last chance, and Justin Piccioli throws up a prayer deep toward the end zone, and it is picked off by LaSalle's Jamal Abdur-Rahman to seal it for the Explorers, and they will advance to the state semifinals. Drew Lockery leads the Explorers to the Eastern Final, where they will play Ridley, and LaSalle becomes the first Quad A PCL team to reach it this far in the state playoffs. Tough end for the Red Rovers. Their two losses this season are by a combined 4 points. But it is the Explorers moving on to the Eastern Final at Charlie Martin Stadium in Northeast Philadelphia next Saturday at 1 o'clock. Out to Hershey Park Stadium for the second half of our doubleheader. It's the District 3 final between undefeated Bishop McDevitt and 11-2 Cumberland Valley. 8 combined turnovers in this game. Here, Trevor Harmon from Cumberland Valley picks off Matt Johnson right in front of Salath Williams. That would set up the Eagles for this 2-yard touchdown run by Travis Friends, bowling in to give the Eagles a 7-0 lead. That would be the halftime score. We go to the third quarter, and on the opening drive for the Crusaders, Johnson finds his man down the middle as he hits Dan Leonard for a 24-yard touchdown. The kick was blocked. It would remain 7-6. The Eagles respond. Kevin Snyder goes in from 13 yards out, taking the pitch for the score. 14-6 going to the fourth quarter. About 4 minutes left in the ball game, and All-State running back Jamil Poteet will hammer it in from 9 yards out. The Crusaders would go for 2 and miss, so it's still a Cumberland Valley 2-point lead. Later in the fourth quarter, the Eagles appear to put it away on this 67-yard run by Snyder, but after he finds his way into the end zone, the extra point kick was blocked, and it remained a one-possession game, an 8-point lead for Cumberland Valley, 20-12. On to the final minute, and Jamil Poteet would take it in from 7 yards out, making it a 2-point game. That would leave it up to a 2-point conversion to try to extend this game. And the Crusaders would get that 2 points from quarterback Matt Johnson, who knifes through the defense and ties it up 20-all. But we weren't done with regulation just yet. Cumberland Valley a chance to win it at the final buzzer, but Lance Giesey's 30-yard field goal attempt is blocked by Brock Dean. So we head to extra time. And McDevitt takes the lead for the first time in the ballgame on Jamil Poteet's 3-yard touchdown run. Second half of the first overtime, and Eric Sawyer finds Colton Kirkpatrick for a 10-yard touchdown to force a second overtime. On a 3rd and goal in that second overtime, Cumberland Valley back in front as Travis Friend takes it in from 1 yard out. McDevitt tries to extend the ball game in the second half of overtime, but Matt Johnson will be intercepted by Kevin Snyder, and the Eagles can celebrate. It's their 11th District 3 title in school history. They will advance to play State College in the Western Final next Saturday afternoon. The hero of the day, Kevin Snyder. So Cumberland Valley hands Bishop McDevitt their only loss of the season, winning at 34-27. Jamil Poteet, in a losing effort, goes for 152 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. The state semifinals are set. Reporting for WNPV, I'm Kyle Berger.